啥都踢他是吧？ 什么位置都踢。
Doom, Timber bands, all coming up.
又纯纯的体育生，我靠，又踢足球的，又拍皮球的。
No.
不游泳的。
森哥这个皮球应该不行。森哥拍皮球应该狗屎一球，他那个身高主要是劣势太大了。什么意思？ 打篮球这东西真的跟身高关系太大，没办法。为什么 NBA 屌？就是因为他们都人高马大，然后身体素质又好。
has 100% win rate, one of the better carries off the patch, very difficult to pressure in the lane.
我想起来了，球处也是以前在学校拍皮球的。
哎，球处还真是。
Not really a surprise considering that
球处那身材确实这样的拍皮球。
Enchantress, Gaming Gladiators,
球处也没有很高呀。
还有这是陆坤的吗？
陆坤，one time where they picked like
30多了，应该玩的少了吧
？Games, if I remember correctly, in 2023. By the way, can you give me the stats on New's Brew? If maybe we see that from him and Bat Rider comes out. Just I feel like Brew's, it's his bread and butter. We don't see it much anymore, but maybe it's the pocket pick for them. It's a possibility. I've seen Brewmaster being banned when people were playing against LGD, but I don't consider him to be like a strong hero.
这个第二轮现在最牛逼的英雄，好吧，没有之一，老马。
老马。
第二轮谁先选，谁就抢老马。
For me, this is the hero of the.
那这个候选优势也太大了吧？
是的，候选能选老马。
又能中单出到后面又能抢老马，
是的。
为什么不能一选抢老马呢？
Three different roles.
为什么一选抢老马呢？酱油选来选去，感觉就强度也就那样了。
我感觉是中国队还比较重视人马的，像外国队感觉都有点随意。
对，现在没有那种很好打人马的英雄出来。
哎，老干爹不选人马。
United philosophy over that first phase pick, yeah, because it's just one pick and then back to bans.
德国英雄是这么多吗？
老干爹算是这个比赛选人最杂的了，就是最花的了。
Because then again, you need to protect some of your picks right now. Pango, this is one of the better
heroes
against
Dyrachyo.
It does allow you to kill her pretty much with two abilities. Maybe like a second swashbuckle will finish her off. Usually a difficult hero to kill because of untouchable. They do have enough magic damage, however. Now you have Crystal.
这花的倒也不是插技吧，我感觉老干爹比插技玩的稍微那个一点。
Not the heroes that I would expect to see from LGD. I don't remember them opening up with these two heroes pretty much ever lately. Like a lot of the times you'll see them pick up Neo's hero immediately. And something that gaming did is pick up Alchemist relatively early on in the patch, in the draft. They pick it up, I think they even picked it up yesterday, first pick when they were playing against Team Falcons. Yeah, they did lose that game. They got countered. It was
NC 也是个圣虚啊，队友短袖他羽绒服。加上还在修电脑呢，队友就给他选这个链接。
Dacha修完之后，哎，什么情况兄弟？我又是个链接吗？
老干爹就前两手，到时候GG4手选英雄的时候，直接趴一手哑巴盾。
还可以。 但是我觉得以这个GG的选的话，像个德鲁伊。
Lions most definitely vengeful spirit if they can get the hands on it, but yeah, difficult. I think you need to pick different heroes if you want to bring.
在拉比克的话，也可以选德鲁伊了，
看吧。Opponent that they're gonna face throughout the whole tournament, and they want to see, how it's gonna go. And something that Tofu did mention during his Blitz interview is BO5. He's like, yeah, you need. This is a BO2, so you don't have that much of a meta change. So you need to become prepared as fast as possible.
You have to be as precise as you get.
Something that, even though Zhao 8 loves to do, is completely switch the draft. He's one of the best ones.
但你还别说，熊哥去了老干爹，到这个线下比赛确实还比之前的老干爹还强了一点，确实。
但是之前的就 emo 在老干爹他们还没机会打到出国呀，问题是。
对啊，没机会啊，
还没打到出国，你也不能就结束了就。就是外国队菜一点的，
也有可能。
那高美兽选的也太变态了吧
！I'm really interested. I want to see if maybe after this.
反正看到你开源了，选个觉得还行的噻。
Because Innocence is very involved in the draft.
就觉得高美打联机还可以。
See him being like the commander, but there's Zhao 8 there, right? So how much of this and
八王的对象就学吧。
Well, you know, you can talk a lot, but Zhao 8
一莫打了第一个那个线下赛啊，就是那个 ESL 那个线下赛。
哦，没印象了，那个比赛老干爹什么情况？一轮游了吗？
老爹反正不太行。哦，那个比赛不就是说什么一莫是什么职业正强那个比赛吗？好像是。
还真是，
对啊，
哪个逼太木刷的呀？
urge to laugh as well when they're just like happy about it. When they did that bristle, Niu smiled, he lit up, PYW lit up, like they both were smiling and talking for a second. So it's always the mental game that I'm looking at in the draft as well. Because they, you know, when you look at both these drafts, Gaming Gladiators conventional.
Yeah.
Very on meta. When you look at LGD, I mean, yeah, but Luna's conventional, but everything else, it's out of left field.
Maybe ban that OD. It worked really well when LGD was playing against Virtus Pro. It was Puck against OD matchup, and also I love the itemization that Setsu went for, this early Orchid build against Puck, because right now they don't have like any spells. Nobody builds into items that Puck is afraid of. Dragonite is already gone, so I'm just trying to go through the hero list to see what they've been playing, something that can lock down Puck. There's this OD that pops up from.
下一球应该是搬的熊哥火猫吗？有小鹿。
I think like Ember is
龙骑士吧。
Okay, not. It's not like the real lockdown against Puck, but.
I think 火猫感觉不用搬。Definitely top of the list, and they went Viper on the ban.
基地阵容有个问题啊，没人出法师克星。
Play against Viper break mechanic against both.
确实。
Bristleback later on.
没人出法
师克星感觉好克刚贝啊。
对啊，这得有人出个法师克星啊，考虑一下。
没
人能说。
哦，
龙骑士没了，
必须得出法师克星。
龙骑士已经没了。感觉就是紫猫哦，紫猫已经搬掉了，那火猫，火猫 TA 也还行，他这把控制感觉没那么缺。火猫 TA 选搬一个吧。
人
马原来在他们的眼里这么弱吗？为什么感觉在差距的眼里那么强？
不知道。
他
的船长打帕克是真没用啊。他们觉得对面选船长，他们团战追不了。
对，是露娜刚被船长，有点厉害。
I'm just saying potential break opportunities, but more so also getting Bristle to face.
DS 吗？ 有用吗？啊 ，DS 拉比克有点狗屎，看起来。
感觉老干爹正常还是个火猫。
DS 好像也看不懂刚贝。
Luna, potential Luna illusions, Bristle. You'd like to have a break of some sort or a way to control him. Right now, you've got Coil. Telekinesis，
感觉一点用没有啊。
That's just high tempo, right?
好垃圾啊！这英雄。
比我快一点。刷一下。
With a lot of auras on Ace, you have like one support item on Enchantress.
熊哥经典火猫。
Rubik Glimmer Cape, some Solar Crest coming out, and trying to end the game as fast as possible. They want to match.
牛兽人现在还能玩吗？
I still like.
特别好用的话，肯定也可以玩的。 感觉不是熊哥的英雄池啊。
Not really. I mean, you have no AOE, so they might need to dive deeper inside the hero pool.
就火猫1、2对点没不学火盾。
Good, Ember's still available.
感觉可以经典火猫。
Not so much, but like you can't land spells on Puck. You know, if they want to match up against Puck, I feel that's fine. Not the best against Broodmother. They can park.
哎，怎么说中单大胜？哥，你也去抄别人，
还可以。 这是
这
什么？
中单大鱼人，
中单大鱼人。
中单大鱼人双减甲，配刚被提速打盾，也还行吧。
感谢陈小种送的无话说。
这个很氪炼金，我靠，这炼金这第二手感觉这把要废了。
大鱼人选的还行，其实跟他们阵容还挺搭的。
大鱼吊打帕克，
跟他们阵容挺搭的。
我看有人说什么帕克咋办？你大鱼人什么跳刀魔镜连击刀成型了，跳踩直接就秒帕克的。
Yeah, I for the jungle because this is one of the fastest farmers in the game.
Yeah, so
let's
see if he does that. Not afraid of.
你拿黑血了！
真是畜生啊！这个比赛。
LGD。
哇，他非要切这两个人在那唠一会儿呀！
有什么好聊的
？Early first blood for LGD. We'll see if they can keep it up.
直接就开悟拿了个一血了，感觉。
I mean, that's a great way to start for sure. I'm really interested about this Setsu mid lane.
熊哥这把还是没出补刀符，熊哥现在不太喜欢出补刀符了，我发现。
啊，不尊重对手，会硬实力补的。
Vision of this puck, but what do you do after? Like I like their draft until the point where they pick Slardar.
这大鱼人基础攻击好高啊！大鱼人出门有60多点攻击力，比帕克高了快10点。
Yeah, Celery getting gold for that one.
小福，
jaunting, grabbing the bounty.
两幅对两幅。
It'll be 2 apiece. Almost 3-1.
Almost.
63点攻击力打55点攻击力。
Yeah, he had the illusory over. It was perfectly timed. It was actually pretty cool. Small things that impress me.
大鱼人怎么能被帕克打爆？兄弟，你别开玩笑了。帕克这一球能打爆别人，是我不信的。
I don't know. I kind of want to stay on mid.
哎呀，会被压个吧？压个200-300。
This matchup pretty heavily.
He's doing great. Look at him. He's gonna like the good thing is he's gonna be in the water.
干扰一刀，第二刀也没补到。
In the mid lane.
Sure.
But yeah, like I just don't see what he's supposed to do.
卷成兵好像被帕克反补啊。
果然，卷成兵被帕克反补了。He uses face shift, he silences you. There's no way you're getting a stun off on this buck.
Initially, I thought maybe they'd just throw the bristle mid.
I was thinking that might have been better off.
上路，再一个刺，还少一个刺，不追。
Charge stunned up.
无所谓，这波血的压力已经够狠了。
Would have killed himself there.
That could have been really dangerous. And PYW, he's the one who's on this Bat Rider, so he's just trying to.
塔下哦，连接有大药，这还好。
个
炸，把大打断了。
就打断了，
这就打断了吧？
Did he take heal up one?
那个对线不是穿了吗？要
穿了，小穿。
Nature's attend us. So Setsu 7-0.
This is a good hero, like has great animation for last hitting. There it is, the stun.
Hell yeah.
抬头都没看到就。
This is what we'll see from this Slardar.
一排 F.
Extend the river a little bit by putting that pool of water down.
蓝都没了。我刚才不考虑杀帕克吗？刚才敲个被动死了。
他差一下，踩 CD。 有点机会，完了，帕克拼到了，熊哥拼也到了，也还好。
That was my question.
You have to, like you're playing mid against a range hero. Like, where's your region gonna come from? It's not like you can buy.
单杀吗？
Going down to
外队。
That was all Crystal Maiden getting it done.
还杀个鸡什么情况？快鸡了吗？
Board and a courier standing still. So YU Smile is gonna grab some extra gold for the team. Grab a courier and.
中路。
A little shaky.
中路感觉大鱼人会被小压一点。
很迷，我靠，这GG感觉头很晕。
是的。
哪个那些状态越打越好？
我卡了，你卡了吧？
我卡了，一直在卡。
我
今天特意刚才去试了一下，就我去看别的直播间都不卡，就这个是一直卡的。
啊？就是你看这个比赛这个直播间卡是吧？
对，就是你看别的那些主播的直播间都不卡，只有看这个比赛的这个直播间会卡。
哦。
Get ahead of the Slardar in terms of CS, sitting at the top, but we'll see if that maintains. I'm impressed with what Setsu has, truthfully. I thought this matchup was going to be a little bit more domination with the way that first couple seconds went by, where he had to back away after a couple of right clicks and grab a tank.
说一下什么主播？我刚才还在看3D，那个分跟我差不多，10400多分。
中路，来下路再插一次，拉比克 TP 死了。
什么情况？加韩传门下去很灵活。
把3路都还可以啊，中路虽然补的落后一点点，但是无所谓，能接受。上路想做一波牛哥，
动手卖个屁股，杀不掉。只是个魔棒，
喝起来。炼金刚如果想追的话，炼金刚被反杀。
加手什么情况？追一下有机会吗？
再次回头扭屁股，有点危险，牛哥。这么有点伤，感觉牛哥站不住了。
换老版本的牛哥已经把这个对线杀完了。新版本的刚被太垃圾了。
又摇了，牛哥能躲这个炸吗？没躲掉，那应该是要死，有减速。
不一定。死。野怪吗？哎，没送掉，可惜了。太垃圾了。
下路加韩没走，再来一次吗？一个榴弹，再来一次。虽然一直在这样杀，但是这个露娜和蜘蛛的差距没有拉开。
没有拉开吗？我觉得地面版应该是拉开了。
感觉没有，但这样双脚有可能会稍微肥一点吧，就这个拉比克废了，然后双脚肥，然后蜘蛛该什么经济还是什么经济，
应该得有个领先个300多吧，露娜，
感觉是没有的。蜘蛛脸还有一波冰美补。
PYW even thinks about maybe making the rotation over to the mid lane, come that 6-minute mark when you've got the power rune. That was a big thing.
加韩还挺灵活的，哎，这个眼可能会被发现。
11秒应该不打算走了，下路再打一波的话，7分钟就控服了。
See how that ends up being, if that gets dewarded, if we see. Maybe that's gonna help the rotation.
小路牛哥就自己玩断线，线野双收。哎呀，可惜远程兵被电掉了。
Oh, those creeps, man! They stole the range with the chain lightning. He was not too happy about it.
Wanting that CS, look at all that gold just come in.
双枪想包围吗？帮忙控6分钟服。
帕克已经6了，大鱼人想杀，框住。一个空踩，有点难受。
哇，这波带车带宝宝中场会逼很惨。
是的，但是这边下路杀蜘蛛，应该能杀了之后中塔赶紧去个酱油舔一波。
哎，没有，对面动手，对面跑了，对面想护符，应该想守一下下塔，护一下。没有拿中塔。
取回来，帕克2连，就榴弹，蝙蝠要死。
打什么情况？他们也不低的。
中塔这边应该被打的还挺多血的感觉，这个车一直在砸。但老爹进攻节奏打的还挺好的，踩住杀不掉，好像。
哎呦卡了我操！
被驱散了，踩不到了。帕克躲了一手 B 的 V。帕克下波大招又要好了，这波得小心点。九哥还在反补，被取回来。帕克快又大了，应该反杀一人。啊，大招还没好，哎，这波直接送掉了。头福哥。
I thought he was in trouble. There was 3 heroes triangled around his location, and then just corrosive haze, 1 bash click, and a slithering crush. He was fine.
Yeah, I also want to see what his item build is going to be. Like from the mid lane, do you want to pick up some early blink dagger? Do you want to get echo saber, try to farm up? Yep, it's going to be blink. So wants to be initiating, wants to stun this puck, maybe try to surprise him. Because right now it needs to be. Batrider, I think BYW also needs to pick up a blink dagger of his own, maybe get a drums in between.
Dream coil on 2, PYW showing himself. It might have just been a dream coil on the Crystal Maiden if PYW had stayed up the steps, but they're still trying to get a kill here out of the Enchantress through the Nature's Attendant.
一招小路，头服又送了，这拉比克。
这把两边打得很激情啊！
哎，有危险机，
一直在干。8分钟服，上路隐身服，帕克还不敢控。哎，这也控了。
你也敢控？
这你也敢控吗，兄弟？这给你脸了，被动约。被动约追不追？不追了，又沉默了。
打得好大呀！
So they will refill the bottle. Like you can see the power of this Floor Derp. He fighting hard inside the river. He's getting these corrosive haze and also maxing out the stun. So getting that extra damage. In terms of farm, he is at the bottom, like as you would probably expect him to be, because this hero doesn't really flash farm or anything. Now Ace hit level 6, and he's gonna start to pressure this tower. You can see Shiro on the minimap.
面金晋级第一很正常。你看这个刚被这个肥度，完了，他刚被好像要送了。
能骑走吗？
他应该觉得帕克有的，帕克不过帕克就是有的，
刚好。不又死了，兄弟！拉比克中路什么情况？又被突破了。
那么拉比克已经变成一个废人了。
死几次了这个？
全场经济到底死了7、8有4次吧。哎，郑家也想杀蜘蛛，立住。露娜在靠，冰女直接摇大了，可以这波直接杀掉。还有 Smell。
我操，歪队这把冰女比他在昨天的 BS
声音很大，声音
不太一样。
They are very keen to get those kills going. Tofu, level 4 only at the moment. Setsu wants to go in. They're still up that observer board behind their towers, so it does provide them with a lot of vision. They need to bring 3 heroes to kill this Bristleback. It's not the easiest kill, as we said. Bubble, Helm.
Axe first item, by the way.
Yeah, pretty standard on Bristleback. Because Vanguard, you don't want to buy that item anymore, since, you know, components for when you disassemble it are not as good as they were before. And Helm is just for like extra region, and it gives you extra armor. You can't like rush Axe immediately. You need an item in.
这把10分钟对线完，经济还行，大约稍微点球，不过也还好。
Yeah, it was pretty OP. Like we did nerf it in this patch, reduced the healing.
上路再次逮捕一波牛哥，牛哥这波也跑不了，10个光克起来还是要死。
越死越肥。
感觉这波有点不应该，这波刚被有点断节奏死的话，就正常来说，这时候应该稍微等一下队友或者呼唤一下队友，队友在附近，然后牛哥被动，这种反打的画面是很好的。但是这种白给有点送了，这波其实。
哎呦，很忙，
有点送了，这波要缓一下的，要缓一下的，这波是真送了。
Like why? Like so, yeah. Speaking of itemization, I believe Enchantress is also going for mech. So
他这个
wants to have that
我觉得得这样子，他们玩法主要这样的，是露娜得上去一波。就是露娜带着双酱油往上帮钢背兽把这个塔拿了，然后钢背兽可以换下去那个顶蜘蛛线。
是的。
不然露娜顶蜘蛛线也顶不动。
这边有下路边女杀完人，直接跟着露娜上去。
对，
一波传门。
早点去帮钢背打一波，把炼金杀了。
这样的话，前面老人家其实被打的有点裂。
不应该啊，前面这么大优势被打回来了。
对他老爹8分钟左右的时候还是挺优的，但是到11分钟之后被推了2个塔。人头数领先，但是感觉就是干的事情没有那么多，虽然一直在杀人。12分钟被推2个塔，河道夫全是帕克的。
感觉阵容还可以，只能说。
Yeah, instead they're choosing to play aggressive, right?
Yeah, and look at the gold lead. Suddenly the game looked even. Gaming Gladiators 2K.
经济节奏很快，再次开悟，再往上面去打，要打起3个外塔。
哎，很聪明的往上走吗？哎呦，又回去了。
这波死掉了，被绕到了。
老干爹的人也过来支援了，怎么说？
看后面先帕克被点灯拨走了。这炼金辉耀都没有这么狂吗？留了个变身，
还在往前追吗？
他想吃技能，
这么变态。
他留了个变身吃技能，
完了，反抗不了现在。
炸住，炼金12分50秒辉耀，上塔也要掉，好像。
太废了。
不要强杀钢背吗？
啊？
没有脑浆 ，NC 还是很冷静的。
其实钢背兽刚出上第一波也不厉害，他还得有魔晶，我靠。
中路完了，熊哥被留。
And he is going to die pretty quickly here with Ace in the neighborhood. So here's where the pace and the pressure that we talked about in the draft is
这把老爹打进去了，但是感觉就是死的有点多了。这把双脚游虽然在打，但是对于跟上路的沟通可能少了一点。就前面没有一波是利用刚被受反打，全都是就是刚被受白死了。啊，学会这把经济有点低了，被打的。
而现在刚被受也不出先锋盾，说实话也坐不住，很难反打。就一个刷钱盒。
Let's say 15 minutes, post 15 minutes, when there's going to be Roche on Dire side, Smoke, you have more than enough damage with Luna, Bristle, and Slardar to bring it down.
So there is a moment where LGD can look towards when they want to start to fight, but will Gaming Gladiators be too far ahead at that point where you've got Ace starting to build up the farm, he's getting ahead of Shiro or close to right now.
是的，这边那个一塔就是卢卡的。
你硬要说老干爹前面哪里出问题了，就是因为没有去打。
Like we never hear anybody say like corrosive.
刚被受这样其实也没太多办法。
Like it's like we need to change. Like it's a good.
老干爹地图分布就很折磨。按理来说，早就应该是 Luna 在上面刷的，刚被受在下面顶。现在变成了 Luna 在下面，压力很大，不敢刷出去，上路又被顶着一直干。
然后搞得大家都不肥。
Everybody should buy some kind of an armor item. Like Solar Crest, let's say on Rubik, we see Enchantress going for Guardian Greaves immediately. And also in terms of spell steal, Tofu, he can always steal Slardar's stun, because that's an easy one.
Right.
Like he doesn't have an ability, he needs to use his sprint to get close, to get a stun off, and doesn't have like anything else. Maybe he drops an ulti, if you steal that, that's also a banger ulti.
Pretty solid. Now, they finally do have this Ags on Bristleback, so let's see, maybe they can fight. Not a lot of mana on New. He does also have a Crystal Maiden on his team. UIW
非常第一波，配合蝙蝠跳刀先杀拉比克，反手踩住，完了炼金切入，但是这波的先杀蜘蛛，游哥好像很猛，这波。
他可没血了。炼金是不是很怕？他不知道路
说炼金摇了，但是要自爆好像啊有跳，但是还好打不动牛哥好像。打不动吗？好像
马上 A 仗了，
不是打脸了。对啊，陆大怎么不来啊？这波，这波一波4打5，打成这个画面。
这波4打5的话，老干爹就别追了呀。
是的。
赚了就走了。那来不了就别追了呗。
Setsu dies, there's no control whatsoever. They use lasso already.
中路还好，蝙蝠过来救了一手卢达，不然这个电竞链上跳炸卢达的。
I thought maybe they'd want to turn and jump, but it's still not an easy kill, and Shiro was already committed to leaving, even though he had the amplify damage room.
It's a lot of damage on Luna, but still, they don't feel comfortable fighting, and I could see gaming taking
这把感觉确实是这样，就是撸到那个上塔拿慢了，导致后续一切的节奏都慢了，被压着打。
别急，这波先手很狗屎，被点灯挂鼻涕，直接 A 仗秒杀了Dyrachyo，又开始了。
这个炼金打到刚被加大鱼人这么脆的吗？
对啊，双点甲。对，他这波怎么改的呀？别人在高地3塔下面。他跳过去酸雾破跳刀，然后远距离甩个这个炸弹，队友也不敢跟上。炼金这波一死，露娜单击了好久，把经济稳住。刚被受，等一下魔晶也有了，20分钟再帮队友打个魔晶。
大鱼人魔晶也要有了。
大鱼人怎么连击刀一出好起来了就老干爹？
大鱼人都不用连击了，他就跳到魔晶 BB 就行了。大鱼人有点混的其实。
Dreamcoil committed on the Crystal Maiden. You know,
that is a
dead for wise smile, but with Dreamcoil down, maybe LGD smoke when he's up.
Right now they're playing the top part of the map.
没人出法斯克星
Observer ward killed, which
没人说。
see two heroes.
真要出的话，
Gaming Gladiators
这个蜘蛛或者帕可以出，帕可以出吧。
Dyrachyo.
exactly where Dyrachyo
不是真的应该不会。
He's going for silver edge. Playing quick fingers. These are Zoomer e-gamers. They
打盾吗？我觉得可以把盾抓的。
This is something that I
感觉可以，可以 run 很快。
Immediately getting a pick off. But since they saw
GG 感觉是有点意识到，但是来不及，这个打队太快了，刚被加大
鱼。
卢卡大开的有点变态了。对，卢卡大又没什么伤害的，也要开大吗
I thought maybe Gaming will try to take Roche of their own, and it will be given to Niu, which I think is the correct choice.
He's starting to get there.
Yeah, he has his hairball available, shard picked up.
感觉这样打下来老爹有了呀。
是的，老爹阵容比GG好。
是的。
Tofu on the run, Ace is nearby, but
危险，
还有人还在追，踩住，直接背刺刺死。
Again, losing beam, right click damage. Down he goes.
还想追吗？小鹿可以杀的呀，兄弟。
On the run, doesn't want to end up like Tofu.
追了，放了个小鹿。
Some pew pew pews coming out from.
边路其实还有拉，假如谁手塔跳拉，但是爆弹贴近的，二塔也要拿。
Corrosive haze on a hero. Use that bristleback. Level 2 ulti, I believe, available on Setsu. So quite a lot of minus armor.
Yeah. So this is
GG 感觉到点
from LGD.
到点了。
But
这 GD 这正面打不过。
You slowed down a little bit of what Ace was getting. You know, the idea with Brood is you kind of want to be on the gas at all times. But
50-50.
炼金还在出大引刀。10点护甲，炼金术士。
Rarely do you see complete 50-50. Sometimes we say 50-50 and it's like 51-49 or 52-48, but I never see the straight down the middle, 50-50.
Gaben's like, well, we'll see. Like, we don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
我的眼睛瞎了吗
What do you think's gonna win?
哪个 B 有大骨灰啊
BKB soon. And that's gonna be BKB timing for LGD. I know Niu will have his.
这局也能是 NC
Silver Edge on
GG 这个正面团一打起来，蜘蛛或者炼金有一个必须是1秒躺的。他怕个根本没时间操作啊！这团战打起来5秒钟，团战结束了。打个连正常打到先手 ，GG 肯定会被秒一个大哥的。
帕克打这边这种阵容，感觉有点乏力，就是他打不上什么输出。
对啊，不能在那边持续的那种操作，你只能说靠2连走了。
老爹打你就是打起来就直接干你人，你人就死了，顶不住的。哎，炼金应该被看到了，拉住，拉高台，时间带走。
Now he's stuck there, and they've got corrosive haze. He's dead. It's only a matter of time.
不是拿下了吗？
拿下了，确实拿下了。这个正面碾压，主要是他们的鸡的3号位蜘蛛也没用。他蜘蛛打团都进不来的。
还是那句话，懂阵容的已经结束了。
已经结束了。开机选完就感觉这个鸡的阵容有点垃圾。
Coming out. It works against Bristle, so I guess that's cool because it's all spell damage, not just.
对啊，小鹿怎么这么肥啊？等一下。这比小鹿哪里抠的钱啊？
感觉没啥用。
So that's fine. I think getting something like a Lotus Orb on the support.
哦，这把小鹿出了法师克星啊！真没有理解。他们没人出小鹿出了一个啊，不过小鹿本来好像就要出，都是法师克星加大推推。
With the impetus or impetai, and then now Ace does have Manta style, so that's going to give him some extra armor, of course, and the dispel ability.
Although that being said, that last kill on Dyrachyo, he's now even with the Luna. So what you usually get is that advantage via farm from an alchemist isn't really being felt.
Shiro's recovering nicely.
Yeah.
Like he had this one death. He's actually doing pretty okay. I thought that they killed him a few times. It was just only one death in the outer ring bottom.
Now going Conda.
That's a good item on Luna.
啥情况？
He might swap things around. I think
这
it's still a very good
吧，
butterfly
一直在转。
还好呀，感觉江苏电信好像不行。
没办法，这是江苏电信的问题。
上海电信好像把江苏电信爆了。
那确实。 而且江苏电信很贵。
这波野区蝙蝠先死，但是炼金直接阵亡。正面高贝手和露娜两个人是无敌的，大鱼人在赶，大鱼人今天是不在了，有点缺空。我先掩护队友，不要让队友死。GG 在切冰女，双大哥掩护，大鱼人马上赶到，准备追蜘蛛吗？大鱼人来了，踩住蜘蛛，直接击杀。高贝手前面在赶人。
还有这么多吗？
刷一下，刷一下。
太畜生了，江苏电信。
现在打起来，老爹大哥是没危险。
什么天意吗？
不知道呀。
不知道吗？江苏电信都是什么天意什么，上海不是吗？
不知道，这个都不是我搞的。但是我感觉是一样的吧。
不知道呀。
这Dyrachyo这把，我说实话，他装备有点难出，他又要 BKB 又要什么强袭这种装备。
This game is looking pretty damn good for LGD. Like they're gonna hit the.
他这个带刀出的是纯送的。
兄弟，我跟路遥就用了一个东西，他不卡我卡，那只能是江苏电信才出来。
他这个引刀出了，一点用都没有。
Yeah, it's just quick deaths coming out for some of these heroes that maybe you were expecting to have a little bit more survivability, and you were talking about getting.
GG 怎么不推进呢？GG 打不过怎么推进啊
？GG 这把这个阵容也是很快的阵容，他打推不起来。我们一话不同步了。
哎，你一话不同步就好了。不要搞特殊，大家一起看。
一波物出发。巴比克要破物了吗？这波是包上，先做一个眼，没有看到人。
而且这蜘蛛这种装备怎么玩啊？祭品分身有啥用啊？
打不了，这正面完全没得打。
纯混子吗？
想动蜘蛛吗？没有视野。
老干爹这段时间抓不到人就正常刷呗。
扫野区，扫到了。蜘蛛在点钱上被发现了。没，是蜘蛛。把那个钱上点成了中立。
哦，还点钱上是吧？
点完钱上，然后大约一个小小的预判吧。再一脚踩，没有踩到。这被拉比克跑掉了吧？
还是这么快吗？哦，是我阿 U 本来就比你慢，好像我看懂了。
你看的阿 U 吗？
是的，阿 U 有就是慢，我看。
一个练习不卡。下路这大鱼人想法，大鱼有 BKB 的，现在
卡吗
？GG 一个人都杀不了。
BKB，
一个练习不卡。
我阿 U 才卡，一个练习真的卡歪了。
这个流畅，非常流畅。
啥情况？人嘉定把他妈泰坦处刑了。
究极处刑，这是上海和泰坦的区别，兄弟。
唉。
双倍露娜，这波想上高吗？有点感觉，有点想上高的味道了。高地上蝙蝠拉人，其实是没有反手的。感觉是其实可以大鱼人先踩，然后蝙蝠留个拉帕克或者炼金，然后直接秒掉，感觉这样是很合理的。哎，直接踩住，对，蝙蝠留一手拉，再去拉个关，哎，蝙蝠都不在。这个蜘蛛就这样在高地上死了吧？这个高地守不了一点，双倍卢达。
哎，没事，还好这把已经是垃圾时间了，已经早就结束了。
想驱散，卢达被驱散掉。哎，这
个
不是加韩，你要拉你就直接拉，我觉得。
不是Dyrachyo来袭了吗？
被融化吗？
被点灯秒杀了吗？
差一点，一个 C， 一发 C 直接带走。
Dyrachyo，
小鹿再一发 C，
再一发，轻松拿下。
哎，加韩这波，要不就直接拉小鹿就明显要驱散这个陆战双倍啊。 双倍被取人也没拉到，没线了，我操！这波线被小鹿断了。哦，被野怪断了，被小鹿的野怪断了。
哎，无所谓，控个2代盾 A 过去拿下了。这会儿应该打不起来了吧？我妈受不了了，我试一下装东西了。
But yep, this Roach should belong to LGD, and you can see, like Gaming Gladiators, they're having a really bad fights. They don't have enough damage. Like most damage from Puck is some chip damage, and Changers can't really deal damage. Not the best spells to steal, other than Corrosive Haze, maybe Slithering Crush. But even
很奇怪，我靠，我把悠悠给关掉了，但是我还是能看。好像根本不用开东西了。
不会吧？你关了一会儿就不能看了应该。
没有，我一直能看啊。我调下画质试试看，我调画质我还能看，我不开东西了，我靠！
那就无敌了。
我好像是卡了一下，就正好翻进去了。
我意识到这边嘎怪了，小蜘蛛先去探人，但是脸上只有露娜。高背头再破布，说大哥一顶，大鱼找机会跳踩。我怎么说？要踩吗？露娜跟不上。
Like you said, they've got that stolen corrosive haze. They don't go ferocious, and it's gonna transfer itself towards bot soon.
Next 30 seconds, they could wait. Then they have.
我肉川团看上去只领先4000，但其实是个82开的对局。82开。
哦，兄弟，江苏电信玩不了。
玩不了吧？
玩不了，
又卡了。
不是很奇怪，但这个 BB 的直播间很克我。我在看别的直播间都不卡，只有看这个 BB 的会一直卡。不知道为什么。这干嘛？
老爷非常聪明，直接 TP 下来了。然后这个小鹿是最笨的那个传门，他的其他队友全都是踢下路2塔，只有这个小鹿在传门。没有买回的小鹿。一脚踩被躲掉了，那无所谓，回去打盾就行了。这边少个人，4打5让他们抽就行了。打盾，兄弟们，打盾。不是露娜，你怎么去打野了？为什么露娜去打野了？打盾呀，兄弟，这边进不来的。
来了。
哇，露娜先去扣了波野。哇，这个队直接被秒杀。好，带着把下一处理，直接推高，游戏结束。打不了一点。
It's a good one. I think it's a good addition. Sometimes you don't see like the full effect of it because most of the time it's placed near the tier 3 tower.
AC 这把是4-0-10吧，战绩这么好。
Also placed near the tier 2 tower if you have them.
没死过。
用吗？
The creeps have longer duration.
2-3，2个隐形人。
And from what I've recognized is like when you put it at the tier 3, they don't make it to the other side with the buff.
有个叫 Nix 的直播不卡，你那个 B 不就是带头洗 BB 然后喷 AR 的吗？那个主播，你没叫我去盗播那哥们儿吧？
No glyph yet. Yeah.
一脚踩又被躲掉 ，C 一个大招但是没啥用，举出来想打露娜一条命，哎，这个推爆没有用好，再推一手，有蝴蝶小鹿没标动。
Again, Celery on Enchantress cutting the creep wave, trying to delay as much as he can, but yeah, in terms of scaling, your Alchemist, he's gonna hit his peak, you know. This is not the Alchemist 30 minutes in who's been dominating, dictating the tempo of the game. This has been pretty silent Alchemist.
I don't think he's top of the net worth anymore. I mean, it was close before and it slowed down. I don't think
so scared. Goes in Invis, turns off his Radiance.
He still doesn't have this AC. And he's been going for it for a while. Not usually something you say with Alc.
Struggling to find a farm. They were also squaring up against each other in this top lane for a good 2 minutes. So he was not farming, which doesn't benefit.
老干爹现在是想等露娜撒旦吗？好像有点这个意思。 感觉没有那么复杂。
现在3分钟的盾可以刷吧？
蝙蝠大鱼都抢齐了，感觉可以边推边刷，无限给压力啊！就是我推到高地上，把蚁人都打回来，然后我再回去刷一波，然后就是钱都是露娜的，然后把3打出来。对，就是边推边刷呀，你不能就是说退着刷，缩着刷。
那一个人逼高，
顶到脸上刷，把人都打回来，然后再去刷3弹，然后把这个3弹刷出来，就是一波强势上高。最后蹲的1分钟的时候，现在就无限断线就行了，无限断线就行了，都不用回家了，兄弟们都别回家。有个替下了，去处理波线，
无所谓吧，中下线一起顶出来。
露娜刷回来了，反正不能刷回来啊，刷到对面3小区啊，兄弟。
哎，不是露娜怎么也回来了？
对，不能刷回来啊，兄弟们。
老干爹其他人为什么不在中路顶着？
真不能刷回来，真不能往回刷，兄弟们，顶进去，顶进去。
对啊，露娜点信号了，中线得顶啊。
顶，首先中线一定不能出来。露娜撒蛋了，这波上高，走你。Go 兄弟们 ，Go！ Go！ 对，财务，高地上直接可以先手，鸡鸡没有反手的，露娜直接往上一站，直接开人，来，有本事打我！蝙蝠直接拉大蝙蝠，就这小路，拉住。一脚踩，直接击杀小鹿，买活无所谓，再拆，直接送盾。你看我一下，兄弟们，我顶一下，感觉牛哥可以稍微往前顶一顶，牛哥，兵甲了都。
你这能走吗？这走不了吧？
走不了一点，走不了一点。下路机器，
直接动手秒杀，
直接蜡笔和一发 Z 直接带走。
干了，顶上去
什么情况？
他
妈没有人打得过他呀！
根本顶不住。带一把
BKB，
蝙蝠骑士过来没有空。
眼睛马上没有 BKB。
随便打打，
直接拿下。
这你开局就懂了，给我们懂完了开局。基本这种选完，加上吉吉昨天的那个发挥和老干爹那个状态，就已经预料到了，很有机会2比0。老干爹要小组第1了，居然恐怖。
是的，老爹在国内预选赛出不去，但是在国外打个这个比赛小组第1。
什么叫你们开局懂了吗？开局我们2个不都说老干爹这种好吗？
弹幕是这样的。
来，不是兄弟，你平时抬杠也就算了，你这硬造谣真的你说瞎话就没必要了。
弹幕是这样的，昨天我看我的单杀的时候，我先把他杀，我先把他对面杀了，然后呢我送塔了，对吧？血赚。这个时候弹幕会问一句：你死了没？肯定是同一批人呀。纯杠。
恳求观众老爷给点赞，我们下次再见。